Today we're here at Southwood Landscape and Garden Center, and we're looking at ways to add focal points into the garden. Now, typically, this guy is our main focal point, but he's going to show us some other specimen plants. What do you have for us, Paul?
Well, okay, so the whole notion of specimen is meant to just jump out at you, to draw your eye. It's a focal point.
Right.
And every landscape deserves at least one. So they don't have to be dramatic, but typically they are. So I wanted to show you some of the more dramatic ones to start.
Okay.
And easily the most popular is the Weeping Atlas Cedar.
Yeah, look at this. It's beautiful.
They really are stunning. Some people call them Dr. Seuss trees. I like that, actually. But holy cow, they scream at you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you cannot miss a specimen like this.
Right, and each one of them is so unique. They look like art sculptures, really, I think.
They do. And if you can imagine, if you paired these two arches, you know, you could create
a tunnel.
Yeah. That's a really cool effect. So, and you know, the blue is nice.
Right.
Nice departure from green.
And it's a good tough plant for Oklahoma.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean.
They love it here.
Yeah.
They love it here.
So what else do we have?
Well, in a smaller, more shrub-like form.
Going green now over here.
Going green. This is a Japanese white pine called Fukuzumi. And if you're a real conifer nut, you know that when you see this wooden box, it comes from Isley Nursery in Boring, Oregon. I've been there a couple times.
Right.
It's anything but boring, I assure you.
And they're well known for their conifers and their specimen plants. Yeah.
They are premier growers.
Yeah.
So something like that, you know, again, hello.
Yeah.
Look at me.
I love this. It looks like little, almost like it's been pruned, but it hasn't been at all.
And it's coning. I mean, it's just really, really spectacular. And behind it.
That tall one?
That is sometimes called an Alaskan cedar. It's not a cedar at all. It's a Chamaecyparis nootkatensis.
Okay.
The upright forms, typically you've got Jubilee, Green Arrow. There are several different cultivars out there, but that makes a heck of a statement as well.
Yeah. And it kind of gives you that eerie look a little bit.
A little bit. They're well adapted here, good well-drained soil, which is the case with most conifers. And watch its watering needs a little bit. Not too wet, not too dry. Just
right.
Just right. It's got that Goldilocks watering requirement. But I love those. And they're just upright. Doesn't take up that much room.
Well, it looks like you might have a few more on the other side. Let's go around there.
Oh, yeah.
Paul, this one will definitely grab your eye in a garden.
Yeah, you know, if the Weeping Blue Atlas Cedar was the Dr. Seuss tree, this is Cousin It. For those old enough to remember the Addams Family show.
Right.
This is a Picea abes pendula. Actually a fairly common plant, but you just don't often see them grown to this height and spectacular.
They're beautiful.
Again, the wooden box, so you know it's a quality plant. And we've got two of these, so I've just often thought, you know, there's some large home where these could flank the entrance, or, you know, so dramatic.
Yeah, I just love how they look like a drapery or a cascade almost.
Yeah, and you'll get a little dieback as they grow in the interior. Just prune it out, it's no big deal.
That just makes it more unique, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, we got another cascading one over here behind us.
Yes.
And this one looks a little softer.
This is Pinus strobus. Angel Falls, this is called. So it's a white pine, and it's just stunning. I love this thing. Really dense growth, beautiful weeping form. I'll tell you something, it'll weep all the way to the ground, but then sometimes the needles will get all...
kind of nasty.
Yeah, but if you plant this in such a way that you've got rocks, and you can let those lower branches cascade over the rock.
Right, and soften the rocks a little bit.
Really pretty.
Very nice.
Really pretty effect.
These are all beautiful.
They are.
And we've got one over here that is anything but cascading.
Yes.
I mean, it looks like it's been pruned this way.
This is a style of pruning called the Hindu pan. And this is another Japanese pine, but look at that. I mean, it's just gorgeous.
I love the bark on it too.
The bark is beautiful, little exfoliation almost. Now, with something like this, you do have to maintain, you got to pinch those candles routinely to maintain that, what they call the Hindu pan look. But goodness, we've had several of these and they they fly out of here.
Yeah, and the candles, when you're talking about that, is the new growth that's coming out, and basically you pinch it to keep it, it's pruning it.
Exactly, exactly. So, now I should mention, these aren't cheap. That's $1,500.
But that's a lot of growth you're getting for that. I mean, that's been growing for a long time. So
Bingo.
That's the cost, really, that you're paying for.
Yes, and not just grown, but manicured and tended to all along the way.
Very different than any of our other perennials or trees that just grow quickly. I mean, this has been taken care of for a long time.
Right.
So Paul, I mean, these are pricey specimens. What would a person do if they couldn't afford one of these, or maybe their garden's not suited for something this elaborate?
Well, I should make it clear, they don't have to be conifers, they don't have to be expensive. You could have a beautiful ornamental grass in a bed that is the focal point, that is the specimen in that bed.
Yeah.
It could be a nice crepe myrtle. It could be anything, a vitex, one of my favorites.
Right.
So it doesn't have to be a conifer, and it doesn't have to be expensive. But speaking of conifers, there is one I have to finish up with.
Uh-oh, okay.
Because it's like my new favorite plant.
All right.
Okay.
Is it this big?
No, that's the best part about it.
All right, let's go look.
All right, check this out, Casey.
What do you got?
All right, well, this is a dawn redwood.
It is?
It is.
Redwoods are giant, tall trees.
Well, and believe it or not, this one, at maturity, say 10 years, 8 feet tall.
Seriously.
So it has become my favorite plant for so many different reasons. First of all, a small Metasequoia.
Right.
Gorgeous foliage. It's almost creamy colored, the new spring growth. And then it'll transition to more of that russet color before it is deciduous.
Right, right.
It's a deciduous
conifer. It's like
conifer,
cypress. I mean,
exactly.
they're mistaken for each other a lot. But
but for a small yard, a courtyard, a bed where you just need that specimen.
Yeah.
To me, this is ideal. Now, we only got 5 of these, but and that means that one's already spoken for. I just can't say enough about this.
Well, there you go. You've shown us everything from conifers that are large and looming to something that's very petite.
Yeah, yeah. Gorgeous.
All make great focal points in your garden.
Yeah. It's specimen time.
We hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.